Alright, here we have a dump trailer. Now, this is one of the best hustles I have ever gotten involved with, and it happened by accident, okay? I love loaning money, alright? And I like getting paid interest on that money, okay? What happened is that I loaned a guy some money on a dump trailer. I put the dump trailer in the backyard of one of my rentals, kept it for collateral. 30 days later, he couldn't make the payment. I asked him, I said, look, do you want the trailer back? He said, I can't. I don't have the money. I said, okay. So I had the title, it was signed over and everything, so I got that dump trailer. Well, we did 2 kitchen remodels with it. Man, it was fantastic. It was unbelievable because I was able to put all the kitchen cabinets in that trailer, take them to the dump all at one time. Before, I had only been able to put them in the back of a truck, and then I'd have to make another trip, and then another trip. And if it was a big kitchen, then I made 3 trips. It was, just completely time consuming, and it just didn't work well and everything like that. But the dump trailer was a game changer, okay? And so then we did another kitchen remodel, and I was able to do the same thing. It was like, man, this is fantastic. Well, trailer got to sitting. And after about 2 months, I was like, that piece of equipment right there ain't making no money. And I'm about to have to be putting some money into some brakes, into some tires, into some bearings, into some maintenance, okay? And I use Mayhem Motorsports over there on Old Corey, does my maintenance and everything. And I'm like, I need to get this thing out. So I started kind of pumping it and saying, hey, I'll drop it off at your house on Friday, pick it up on Sunday, you clean your garage out and everything, you're looking at this much, and and I'll tell you how much the dump fee is when I come and everything. Well, that worked out well, and I started making some money with it and everything, and then lo and behold, I found a good deal on a used dump trailer, and so I bought the second one, so now we're up to 2 of them. Boom, Hurricane Sally comes here in the panhandle of Florida. So then we got a bunch of roofing crews coming in from out of town and everything. Both of my trailers are out consistently getting rented and everything like that. So then what I do is I get a 3rd dump trailer. I bought a U-Dump, brand new, great trailer, made a lot of money with it and everything. I actually sold it for more money than what I paid for it 2 years later. These things have almost gone up 50 to 70%. When I got into the business, you could buy a brand new dump trailer for about $8,500, $9,000. Now they're about $13,000, okay? I own one big Tex. All right, that's a 2015 model. That thing's built rock solid. The only problem with it is that the scissor lift mechanism that does the dumping on it is not the best design in the world. And if you load it up with a bunch on the front, okay, it has a hard time raising, all right? The trick is that you raise it up a little bit, put the 4x4 or 6x6 block of wood underneath it and everything so that it gets up past that point. Because when it's like this, that's the most crucial time, and it's real difficult because it's actually pushing straight up, okay? And as it raises, it gets easier because the weight momentum is starting to shift towards the back and everything. So there's a couple of tricks and everything like that, but it's a great trailer nonetheless, and that's what started the whole business. I bought, the second trailer I bought was an Iron Bull, the 3rd trailer was a U-Dump, and the 4th trailer was an Iron Bull as well, okay? I have sold that U-Dump trailer. It was a great trailer, made a lot of it, had a good time. Well made, okay? And it was basically bottom of the line. It didn't have a spreader gate, it didn't have, barn door, and, it was a great trailer. We made money with it and everything. So, here's the thing is I'm going to tell you how much money I made this week with having a dump trailer. Okay, so, I love real estate. I really do. I love taking ugly houses. I love making them beautiful. I love when the first of the month comes around because then I'm getting rent coming in and everything like that. And that's a long-term play. Sometimes it's, insurmountable for some people because of the money that they are looking at and everything. And then, sometimes the down payment on a rental property, having to come up with $1,000 and everything like that. But wait, I got a story for you. Amazing thing happened. Today, I meet a realtor online. All right. Said, hey, I'm a investor here in Pensacola and everything. Oh, that's great and everything. I'm headed to Perdido. My kids got soccer. I get it. Or, yeah, that's what they said. And I said, they said, well, what kind of properties are you interested in? And I said, whatever it is that you got and this and, I'm interested in properties all the time. And it was amazing how the conversation changed, because I asked them, and this absolutely blows me away, that realtors think that real estate's a good investment. But very, very few of them own any real estate as an investment. So you think that it's a good investment, and my second question usually is, why do you think it's good to pass up good investments? Why don't you invest in anything? And so I asked, and they said, well, I got to save up some money. And I was like, okay, well, how can I help with that? Well, you can give me $20,000 and this, that, and everything. And I was about to respond and say, look, if I give you $20,000, you're going to be in the same spot, because there's a reason you don't have $20,000, And, do you have any kids and this and that and everything? And I'm like, okay, well, I happen to know a lady. She goes by 100,000 to eBay on Instagram. Single mother, not one, not two, but 3 kids. She's a real estate investor, has over a net worth over $1 million, has, I think, I want to say it was like 10 or 12,000 a month coming in passive income, okay? No spousal support or anything like that. Moved to an area while getting divorced that I don't remember if they knew anybody or regardless, okay? Here's the thing. This lady didn't make any excuses. She buckled down for a couple of years, money together, bought a piece of property, put some things on it, did Airbnb, started making cash, banked that, didn't go out and spend it or anything like that, started a couple more side hustles, and voila, all right? So there you go. Well, I said to that lady, I said, well, let me ask you this. What if, and we're doing this by messenger, I said, what if I introduce you to a lady that has not 1, not 2, but 3 kids, no spousal support, and she's got a net worth over $1 million. Sent her a link to the Instagram. She said, that's cool. And guess what? I'm blocked. I find it absolutely incredible. If you're willing to give me financial advice, I'm going to listen to what you have to say. But believe this, I'm not going to argue with somebody that's got less than I do. Okay? I'm just not going to do it. But regardless, it's a funny, and this though, the dump trailer hustle is something that's a lot more feasible for people, because you can find dump trailers for $8,000 to $10,000 used. You can buy a brand new one for $13,000. If you got good credit, you can get one financed. Okay. So here's the thing. In the last 7 days, this is how much I have made with the dump trailer hustle. $600. Okay. And I've got about 15 minutes most invested into this, okay? And how does this work? Glad you asked. I'm going to tell you, okay? Now, what I do is I just have a couple of people left over from, I don't go, well, I'm not going to say I don't. Rarely do I go and put a dump trailer on location and pick it up. Mainly what I do is I rent a trailer, and I only do it with a very few people. And I'm not saying for you to start this business like this or anything of that nature. You need to come to grips with that yourself. But, these people get to use the trailer for 24 hours, and then they bring it back. And usually what I do is I do, basically a day, about 30 hours, because it's, they pick it up at 7 in the morning, and I don't require it to be back till 12 noon the next day. And it's, again, $200 for the day. So we have 3 rentals for this week. Okay. Now, I say all of that to say this, okay? If you do never purchase anything that continues to put money in your pocket, and you make one time, that's going to be a problem, okay? I'm not saying don't look at other businesses. But I'll just give you an example is that if you have a hot dog cart, for every hot dog you sell, you got to buy another one. If you got a hamburger, you got McDonald's, okay? For every Big Mac that gets sold, they have to buy another Big Mac, all right? And so what you have is you have this influx of cash, and then you have this outflux of cash as well, all right? But if you buy something that you only purchase one time, pay one money on it, and it continually pays you like a piece of rental property, piece of commercial property. You could buy, a dump trailer and you rent it out. You could buy a storage facility, and the building stays the same, be there for years. I've seen storage buildings that have been around for 40 years, okay? Which means that somebody's been collecting rent for 40 years. The great thing about rental property is that you can get your loan locked in 5, 6, 7%. And guess what? If we're at double-digit inflation, 2-3 years from now, what has happened? Rents have gone up, but your loan amount hasn't. Okay? And the purchase price of this particular dump trailer that I got was $8,000. All right? Now, you can buy one. As a matter of fact, I know where there's one right now, a 14-foot for $4,500 in great shape. The problem is the guy doesn't have a title, and he didn't buy the trailer. It was a friend of his, and so I'm just real leery about it in the sense that he said he'd give me a notarized bill of sale with his driver's license, which gives some accountability. The problem, though, is that if it turns out that it's stolen, I can't get my $4,500 back. All right. The other thing is I might not be able to get it registered in the state of Florida because it's in Louisiana. So, but there are deals like that out there. All right. So then we have to look at, well, how long does it take? All right. And we'll just say that it took 7 days to get a $600 return on a $8,000 purchase. Now, that works out to 13%. You like my cards? Thank you. Leave your comments in there. All right, this is Redneck Arithmetic by Robert. All right, so 13% return. And if you do the math, we'll just say, it's $200 and I get that in 30 hours. Okay. That's a pretty healthy return on an investment for only 30 hours. And I get to own it forever. And there's, of course, some fees having to do with tires and maintenance, gas, or not gas, but hydraulic fluid, new brakes, maintenance on the trailer and everything, taking it and having it greased, bearings greased every now and then and whatnot. So you got to keep it in good shape. So then the problem is that some of y'all are going to get scared right now because of that. The maintenance. Oh, well, I'm here to tell you. And I have looked at a tremendous amount of side hustles. And there are some people out there that are absolutely killing it with dump trailers. And I've done okay with what I call a freestyle day, riding around with somebody else. And we would just find stuff that were sitting in people's yards, sitting out by the street, and just stop and say, hey, I'll pick that up for $50. I'll haul that away for $80, and even advertising, hey, I will come and haul off your trash. You got a trash pile, whatever, and get that from you. So here's the thing is that if I get a 13% return on my investment in 30 hours, and we'll just say that's the norm, okay, which it's not. I've had better weeks. I've had some weeks that I didn't get a rental, okay? I'm not in a position that I am pushing dump trailers, okay? So then we're in a situation where I make $600. So we'll just say we did $600 a week for 4 weeks. We get $2,400. That means that in about 4 months, I would have all of my money back and I would be totally free and clear with a paid-for dump trailer, and then we would be in the profit. How you like them apples? Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Dump trailer hustle, quite possibly the best side hustle on earth. Have a wonderful day.